Can you hear us okay?
Test mic 1, 2. Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right, we'll go first to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Chris, Hitch was just telling us about how when you go up against Josh, you kind of just have to adjust your eyes to him because that's not something you see every week. How did you guys do that on the practice field this week? I mean, did you guys have somebody else, kind of filling in at scout team quarterback to kind of give you a different look this week?
I think that's more so for the defense. I mean, the DBs and the linebackers. They run a lot of motions. Eye candy can get you. They run a lot of RPO. So with them, the eyes are important. For us, it's about setting the line of scrimmage and containing a guy like that. He's very explosive on the run, but not only he's explosive on the run, he's hard to tackle. He can throw 70 yards on the run. So, you got to, as a defensive line, you got to try to contain him and eliminate those type of plays.
Let's go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Chris, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm well, thanks. Obviously, you didn't play in week 5, but when you look back and watch that game, how much did it hurt you that you were not on that field to help the Chiefs defense against the Bills?
Yeah, it's very emotional when you're not playing, regardless of who you're playing, and especially big games like that. So, I went back and viewed the game a couple of times and see what type of adjustments we could have made and where I would have been on certain plays, and try to make sure that this game coming up that I can be effective in some type of way on our critical mistakes we made last game.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Chris, one thing about the Spags defense is that really likes to rotate you guys along the defensive line. How much do you think that helps you as maybe compared to if you were playing like 90%, 100% of the snaps in the game?
I think I get a credit to Coach Reed and Brett Veach bringing in a lot of quality guys that we don't have to play 80 and 90% of the plays. We can play fast, physical. With rotational guys, you know what I mean? So I don't have to feel like I had to take 100% of the plays and fourth quarter I'm dead. So it's good for especially the D-line with the rotation we have. We got a lot of quality guys in the room that we feel comfortable with, that we're able to rotate and keep guys fresh, especially chasing a guy like Josh Allen, who loves to run, who loves to get outside of the pocket, what we're trying to do in this defensive scheme. So I think it's good for the defense all around.
Let's connect to Steve Walls. Good, Steve.
Hey, Chris, what's happening, big guy?
All is good, Steve. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, Hitch compared Josh Allen to Cam Newton. I know you played Cam before. Do you agree with that? And I have a follow-up to this as well.
I'm not good with comparisons. Josh Allen is Josh Allen. He's a dynamic dual threat quarterback who has a strong arm, who can flick it in any type of way. He can get the ball where it needs to go. He's explosive, especially getting outside of the pocket. He always keeps his eyes downfield, hard to bring down. Can fit the ball in very tight spaces, and to me, a top 5, top 3 quarterback in this league right now. So he's playing some good ball, changed the dynamic of the Buffalo Bills. So that's what we're going up against.
And I know at the end of the day, what people think about your defense doesn't really matter, right? On the outside of the Chiefs, doesn't really matter. But do you feel like you guys are still getting slept on as far as you're not getting the respect you deserve?
Man, listen, we're in the playoffs. I don't care about what nobody say about this defense. You know what I mean? The most important thing right now is the guys in this room believing in each other, believing in one another, that we can go out and we can play our best ball and put ourselves in the best position. But what anybody else got to say about us doesn't matter. We done fought a lot of adversity this year, whether it's with defense, offense. People talk, and that what sells tickets, that what television ratings go up. People talk, so they have to do their job. But what's the main important thing right now for us is to worry about us, what we can control, and worry about playing the Buffalo Bills.
Last two will go Sarin and then Matt. Go ahead, Sarin.
2 quick ones for you, Chris. Just first of all, the playoff game, I know you played a game in between, but the playoff game got a little chippy at the end between you guys on the D-line and their O-line. Is this, maybe the highest intensity you've got for an opponent out there because you've seen each other so much and you're both good teams?
Well, especially in the playoffs, the intensity is already high. You know, we never planned for it to get chippy. It was just an emotional game. You know, two teams battling, competing for a spot of the AFC Championship. It tends to get like that when you have two competitors battling. So, you know, I take nothing from that. That was last year. You know, they have a different mentality. They're a different team this year, and we're a different team since the first 5 weeks. So, you know, it's going to be a heck of a game. It's a battle, and I'm excited.
When you got here, you guys were looking up at the Patriots. They were kind of the big dog. That role's kind of flipped. That's the Kansas City Chiefs now, back-to-back AFC championships and a world championship in there as well. Did you feel that shift, that dynamic change along the way, that you guys are now the team that everybody looks up to? And is it harder to play with that pressure on your shoulders?
Oh, it's no pressure, man. We've fought to where we are today. You know, it's adversity. I don't think we look at ourselves as the team to be or the best team in AFC. We look at ourselves as fighting for a position to compete, fighting for a position to be an AFC championship and maybe a championship. So anything outside of that, you know, it's irrelevant right now, especially coming up playing an important game. Just our focus point is on Buffalo Bills. We're not really focused on, you know, anything else. We worry about the Buffalo Bills and keep this thing going.
And last to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Chris. Same question for me this week as last week, but the crowd always seemed to help you guys last week. What's your message to the crowd this
Let's
week?
go! You know my message. I got to give a huge shout out to the crowd. Chiefs fans, you guys were ecstatic. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys. I'm super excited. We're back in Chiefs Kingdom. I got to watch my language. I don't want to get fined, but I love you guys. Let's go. Stack Nation. Ah! Woo! Let's go, Chiefs Kingdom.